In the era of spin-offs, prequels, sequels, remakes, reboots, it's only a matter of time until we get our own Dr. Bravestone origin story movie. Jumanji The Next Level is directed by Jake Kasdan, and it stars Dwayne Johnson, Kevin Hart, Karen Gillan, and Jack Black. Jumanji The Next Level is about Spencer going back to the game world of Jumanji. His friends Martha, Fridge, and Bethany return to the game to bring him back home, but in order to do so, they must play the next level of Jumanji. So once again, they will have to work together to make it out of Jumanji alive. So I was lukewarm about Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle. It was a fun time with a great cast, but not much more than that. So how does Jumanji The Next Level compare? Well, let's start off by first talking about the good. So my first positive of this movie has to be the cast. It was very refreshing to see Johnson, Hart, Gillan, and Black back together for this movie. Individually, they're all great actors, but together is where they really shine. They had great chemistry with each other in the last movie, and it continues on in this one. One of the actors' performances that really stands out in this one is Kevin Hart. In the last movie, he was basically Kevin Hart playing Kevin Hart. In this movie, he steps out of his comfort zone a little bit, and I applaud him for that. He was great. Another positive I take away from this movie is how they improved the villain. In the last movie, the villain was nothing more than a plot device. He was just a bad guy for the sake of being a bad guy. But in this movie, they made the villain far more interesting. He's still a video game villain obsessed with a jewel, but he does have some additional depth that was just lacking from the villain in the first movie. With all that said, this movie definitely has its problems, so let's get into the bad. So the first negative I have with this movie is the story structure. It honestly feels like they were making up the story of this movie as they went along. The first 5 minutes of the movie actually start off pretty interesting. It starts off with our main group of friends, Spencer, Martha, Fridge, and Bethany. And they've all graduated high school and moved on with life, but they still stayed in close contact with each other. Bethany is doing volunteer work, Martha is having fun at college, Fridge is still a gym rat, and Spencer is in a bit of a dark place. It all sounds interesting, but the movie only takes 5 minutes to play catch up with these characters and then just throws you right into the world of Jumanji. After that, the movie really struggles to stay interesting and focused. The movie introduces 2 new characters, both of them are older gentlemen, and honestly the script didn't know how to incorporate these characters into the movie. The movie forces a lot of characters to take a back seat, and it became pretty obvious that the writers didn't know how to juggle more than 4 characters at a time. On top of that, the 2 additional old characters bring some incredibly dry and repetitive old man humor to the movie. Don't get me wrong, I love old people humor. I love jokes involving an old man driving with his blinker on, going to Cracker Barrel at 4 o'clock. But seriously, this movie smothers you with old people humor. It takes one old man joke that at best makes you mildly chuckle, and then it repeats that joke 8 more times. Take that and add it to a very disjointed story structure, and it just makes for a movie that drags on. Overall, Jumanji The Next Level is a disappointing sequel. It's really messy. I didn't find it all that funny. If you're looking for a good Jumanji movie, look elsewhere. There's 2 other Jumanji movies that are far more enjoyable than this. I'm going to give Jumanji The Next Level a C-. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to keep yourself updated on future content. Also, my buddy Jeremy from the Daily Rotation has a review up for this movie. I put a link in the description. Go check it out.